For over 4,500 years, the Great Pyramid of Giza has stood like a silent sentinel over the desert. It predates nearly every written book, every surviving civilization, and even the continents as we know them. It is older than the word Egypt itself, older than paper, older than the wheel in many cultures. But what truly makes the Great Pyramid one of the greatest enigmas on Earth is not its age, it is its impossibility. Constructed with over 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, some weighing as much as 80 tons, aligned with astronomical precision that modern engineers still struggle to replicate, the pyramid behaves less like a human construction and more like an engineered message, a message carved into stone and geometry, encoded for a distant future. This documentary investigates these mysteries through a scientific lens, yet never ignores the supernatural questions that arise when evidence crosses the border of normal explanation. We will explore the pyramid not only as a monument, but as a device, a code, a structure built with intentions that may transcend human knowledge. Satellite measurements show that the Great Pyramid is aligned to true north with an accuracy of 0.067 degrees, a precision many modern buildings fail to achieve even with lasers and digital compasses. How could ancient builders, supposedly lacking advanced instruments, map the Earth's axis with near-perfect accuracy? Some researchers propose the use of shadows, stars, or water-based leveling. Others suggest that this was far beyond the observational capability of 4th dynasty Egyptians. A growing school of thought in archaeoastronomy suggests something more profound. The pyramid's builders possessed a system of knowledge lost to time, one that combined geometry, astronomy, and perhaps rituals designed to bind earthly structures to celestial harmonics. The pyramid encodes pi to 3.1416 in its perimeter-to-height ratio, phi, the golden ratio, in its slope, the speed of light in meters per second within its latitude, and even the exact dimensions of Earth. When analyzed as a mathematical artifact, the Great Pyramid behaves like a library of constants, a stone textbook, a message box. No ancient structure on Earth contains so many scientific constants expressed in its ratios and angles. Is this coincidence or deliberate design? Some scholars argue that encoding such knowledge required not only observation but intention guided by a worldview in which numbers were not merely mathematical but sacred, cosmological forces. The Grand Gallery is a 153-foot-long ascending hall with acoustics so unique that even a whispered word rebounds like a low hum. Sound engineers performing resonance tests discovered that the corridor vibrates strongly at 440 Hz, the musical tone known as standard tuning A, and at harmonics common in ancient chants. This raises questions. Was the gallery designed for ritual performance, for amplification of sound, or for stimulation of altered states of consciousness? Some ancient texts describe priests speaking to the gods through stone chambers. Sound resonance, combined with complete darkness, could simulate profound mystical experiences. This would make the Great Pyramid not simply a tomb or monument, but a spiritual technology. Though called the Queen's Chamber, it was never intended for burial. Its purpose remains unknown. The walls contain salt crystals, indicating exposure to high energy. The chamber has precise geometric symmetry. Two narrow shafts lead toward specific star systems, Sirius and Orion. Modern experiments reveal that the Queen's Chamber concentrates and channels electromagnetic waves, like a natural microwave cavity. Why would a stone room built 4,500 years ago behave like an energy chamber? The pyramid's layout mirrors the three stars of Orion's belt, Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, with striking precision. This is not simply alignment, this is mapping. The same pattern appears in the placement of their subterranean chambers, their ascending shafts, and their orientation relative to the Milky Way. This suggests the builders viewed the stars not as distant suns but as gateways, portals, or ancestral origins. Many ancient traditions, from West Africa to the Arabian Peninsula, describe beings or gods associated with Orion, a constellation deeply tied to mythic origins. The pyramid encodes the astronomical phenomenon of precession, the slow wobble of Earth's axis across 25,920 years. No ancient society is known to have measured precession as early as the 26th century BCE, yet the pyramid encodes it perfectly. This means the builders had long-term sky observation records, mathematical modeling capability, and a conceptual understanding of time that spanned millennia, not generations. Such knowledge suggests the existence of a priestly class or order dedicated to preserving an ancient understanding of the cosmos. In modern times, researchers have proposed that the Great Pyramid functions as a resonance machine, amplifying energy from the Earth itself. Infrared scans reveal temperature anomalies in multiple areas. Seismic studies show microvibrations that seem patterned. Electromagnetic surveys indicate fields concentrated around the king's chamber and shafts. These anomalies are not explained by natural geological formations. Experiments inside the Grand Gallery show that even subtle vocal tones or harmonic chants create standing waves, causing the stone to vibrate. Acoustic researchers argue that the builders might have understood sonic levitation or vibration manipulation, using sound as a construction or spiritual tool. This might explain how massive granite blocks were moved, how precision cutting and placement was achieved, and why certain chambers feel charged, almost alive. Whether for construction, ritual, or both, sound was integral to the pyramid's function. Satellite surveys show that the three main pyramids of Giza align almost perfectly with Orion's belt, a constellation tied to Osiris, the god of death and resurrection. But new studies show that this alignment corresponds to Orion's position in 10,500 BCE, thousands of years before Egypt's official chronology. This suggests that the Egyptians either inherited knowledge from a lost pre-dynastic civilization, or the design itself preserves cosmic knowledge intended for future generations. The narrow shafts extending from the king's chamber and queen's chamber point to Sirius, Orion's belt, and Thuban, the North Star of the pyramid's construction period. These shafts were too small for humans to enter. They serve astronomical, spiritual, or energetic purposes, possibly guiding the soul of the pharaoh or amplifying ritual energies. Using muon tomography, scientists detected a previously unknown void above the Grand Gallery. Its shape, size, and alignment suggest it was intentionally constructed, yet it has no known entrance. This raises profound questions. Was it a chamber for ritual or observation? Did it contain a hidden object of immense significance, or could it serve as a resonance cavity for the pyramid's energy? Authorities have strictly restricted access to these voids. Even robotic probes have been limited. Some speculate that whatever is inside is considered too dangerous or sacred to disturb. This secrecy adds to the pyramid's mystique, a monument that not only guards its dead, but guards its secrets from the living. The Great Pyramid is not alone. Pyramids appear worldwide, from Teotihuacan in Mexico to Maria in Sudan, from Xi'an in China to Caral in Peru. Researchers note striking mathematical and geographical alignments. Distances between pyramids correspond to astronomical cycles. Certain pyramids lie on geological energy nodes, and some networks form perfect geometric patterns across the globe. Could these structures represent a global network of knowledge or energy? If so, Giza sits at the nexus point, the heart of this planetary system. The pyramid's precision, orientation, and energy suggest intentional centrality. Eyewitness accounts describe sudden dizziness, strange hums and vibrations, shadows and lights with no source, and a feeling of being watched or guided. Napoleon Bonaparte reportedly spent a night alone in the king's chamber and emerged pale and shaken, refusing to speak of what he experienced. In controlled studies, scientists detected electromagnetic spikes in the king's chamber, microvibrations in the Grand Gallery, and acoustic resonances affecting heart rate and brainwave patterns. Could these phenomena explain the ancient spiritual experiences described in texts? Some researchers suggest that the pyramid was designed to induce altered states of consciousness, preparing initiates for ritualized encounters with the divine. Ancient texts describe the Shemsu Hor, or followers of Horus, a group predating Egypt's pharaohs, said to possess unmatched knowledge of astronomy, advanced geometry, spiritual mastery, and possibly non-human origins. Similar myths appear worldwide. The Anunnaki in Mesopotamia, watchers in Hebrew texts, shining ones in Celtic lore, and star people in Native American traditions. Many researchers speculate that the Great Pyramid was constructed with guidance from a civilization or beings possessing advanced, possibly extraterrestrial, knowledge. Far from a tomb, the pyramid may have served as a ritual machine, guiding spiritual transformation through sound resonance, geometric alignment with celestial events, and activation through priestly rituals and offerings. The pyramid's piezoelectric properties suggest stone may have stored or amplified energy. This could explain sensations of presence, apparitions, light anomalies, and altered states in visitors and priests. Some theorists even propose that the pyramid stored human consciousness or life energy, functioning as a spiritual battery. Visitors continue to report experiences similar to ancient accounts, vibrations felt in the body, whispered sounds in empty chambers, and time distortion or trance-like states. Measurements confirm that electromagnetic anomalies, acoustic resonance, and piezoelectric effects coincide with these reports. Some scientists now suggest that the pyramid reacts to human presence. Microvibrations intensify when multiple people are inside. Electromagnetic fields fluctuate in unpredictable patterns, and sound resonates differently depending on vocal tone. This may indicate that the pyramid was designed to interact with humans, possibly as a form of spiritual or consciousness technology. After thousands of years, the Great Pyramid still challenges all explanation. Was it a tomb? Perhaps partially. Was it a temple? Evidence suggests yes. Was it a machine for energy or consciousness manipulation? Possibly. Was it built by humans alone or guided by a forgotten intelligence? The clues point to something extraordinary. The stones do not speak, yet they encode knowledge, memory, and intent. They align with the cosmos, resonate with energy, and inspire awe beyond reason. The Great Pyramid is not simply a monument. It is a message, a device, and a legacy of the unknowable. One day, perhaps, the secrets it has safeguarded for millennia will be fully understood. Until then, it stands silent, eternal, and alive in ways we are only beginning to comprehend.